Good morning. It is Tuesday morning, and Mark Coleman forgot his oatmeal. He left it at home. That's how we're opening the show. He left his oatmeal at home. No oatmeal today for Mark Coleman. No milk, no sugar, none of that. No honey, whatever it is he puts in it. All right, so we have Ruben, we have Jose, and we have Backstage Dave. And I'm going to give Backstage Dave a minute because he just got done talking. If I really wanted to be unfair, I'd have him start the show. So we're going to start with the Mr. Jose Grignon. Everybody say it with me. On three. 1, 2, 3. Grignon. Jose Grignon. Good morning, Jose. What's on your mind, brother?
Good morning, Nate. You know, we had some really good newscasts this morning. A lot of information, a lot of interesting things to think about. You're going to be talking to Ruben. Ruben visited a new place in the, no, I want to say the Heights, but it's not in the Heights. It's in the Montrose area. And the stuff that he showed us had my mouth watering over here. Oh, and I do mean watering. So it's one of those places that he, to a certain extent, invited Melissa and I. So, you know, I think we may take him up on that invitation and go down to that particular restaurant, because it did sound like the menu was going to be just one of those menus that you'd look at and then you just savor everything that's on there. But then again, we also had Chelsea Edwards, who was talking to two particular authors who had left the city, and then they'd come back, and then they decided to write this book about the oldest Houston, going back into time, going back into history, and looking at some things that many of us kind of take for granted. Allen's Landing is one of the things. I've been to Allen's Landing several times for dragon boat racing in honor of those who are breast cancer survivors, because that's where they have dragon boat races a lot of times that, you know, depart from Allen's Landing. But that is one of the first places here in the city, before it was really a big city, where you had ships coming into Allen's Landing, and that was where they loaded a lot of cotton, sugarcane, and a lot of other products that were produced here in the area. And when I say in our area, we're talking about in the area that surrounds Harris County, as well as Harris County itself. It was where the ships came in. They offloaded certain products that were used in our area, but then they also took on a lot of products that were shipped not just throughout the country, but throughout the world from this particular area called Allen's Landing. She also visited an area, and I want to say the first ward, but I could be mistaken, where you had some streets that are still paved with old bricks that were laid by survivors of slavery and those of their descendants who paved these roads to make sure that you could travel them pretty good, because most of the roads in the area were nothing but dirt streets and made very difficult for transportation for a lot of folks back then. There was also an area that she visited that I can't remember where it was, but there's a lady who does cosmetics, or has been doing cosmetics here in the country for not hundreds of years, for tens and tens of years.
Yeah, not hundreds.
And she also grew up in the city of Houston. Not many folks know that. And all of these are little tidbits, or as we used to say in the military, mocksnicks information. It's information you don't need until you actually need it. And very interesting facts. So she was one of those things. But I wanted to ask you about a couple of things, Nate. And one is about Jake Odorizzi, because we didn't see the video of him actually falling. We just saw him running initially, and then apparently he fell, and then the camera took the first baseman shot. What exactly is the situation with him? Is he going to be able to continue playing? They took him off on a stretcher, and that is not a good thing to see, especially in a baseball game.
No, never do you want to see that in a baseball game. My thinking is, and what the Astros have said, is discomfort in the knee. They're scanning his knee as we speak. Hopefully we'll have some information in about, I don't know, an hour or two. I don't know. It's hard to speculate on something like that. I can tell you this, it wasn't a hamstring injury. I do know that. I pulled a hamstring. in play, and I know what that's like. So no, it wasn't a hamstring injury. So whatever it was, hopefully we'll find out about it. Hopefully it's not that serious. Kind of like Jeremy Pena, you know, he had a contingent of fans there, that, you know, family, and so we'll see what happens today. We'll know more today. I'd say probably within the next hour.
You know,
or two.
but Odorizzi really seemed like he was in a lot of pain. I mean, he was kind of pounding the ground, and I know that feeling of pain when you have to pound the ground just to try and relieve it just for a moment, but there's really no relief when it comes to that. Another story that we had that I thought was very interesting, a guy in Austin who decided that he was going to build his own mobile home, but rather than the conventional mobile homes that you and I are familiar with, he decided to build this mobile home on top of the vehicle that he drives around the city of Austin. One of those things, very unusual, but he apparently has been getting support from the city of Austin. He said in the piece that no one has given him a ticket yet. Hopefully that doesn't happen, because he's very ingenious and using his ingenuity to try and beat something that you know, a lot of folks are trying to deal with right now, and that's high cost of housing. And he said he did it basically for the pets that he had, and there he is right there. Very unusual. You know, you might think it's crazy, but he had a reason, and there is a reason to his madness to a certain extent. And he said he wanted to try and protect his animals. He had a dog and a cat, and a really cute shot of the cat. Looked like the cat was behind the driver's wheel. But, you know, he is one of those unique people here in the state of Texas who takes what they have and turn it into something. I just hope that it's safe for him to drive the vehicle around and nothing will happen to him or the animals that he keeps with him. So, Nate, just an interesting morning, a lot of good news, and, you know, just happy to be here.
I think we all are. Thank you, Jose. Grignon, appreciate you, man. And keep up the great work. We certainly appreciate you. All right, let's keep it moving. And I know that we're going to go to Ruben because Jose introduced us to what you were talking about. And you're making us, yep, I'm hungry. I'm hungry already. I don't know what that is, but it looks good, Ruben. You want to explain?
I do want to explain. So we're at Marmo. It is a brand new restaurant here in what's called the Montrose Collective, brand new building. If you've driven past Lower Westheimer, you've seen the big Live Nation sign up on the top floor. It's in that building, multi kind of use facility. There's restaurants in here. Some different things are going in. They've done some art installations, but this restaurant, physically 888 Westheimer, it is Marmo. It is kind of an Italian chop house because they have a very, very interesting dry aging program for the meat. They do it all here, and it's we've got two selections here that are pretty incredible. Most folks don't ever even see this stuff. Japanese A5, which, you know, depending on your palate and how you like your steak, that might be the best cut of meat on the planet. And these guys absolutely do it right. Dry aging, for I guess the real, top shelf kind of steak lover. Wow. That's that's the unicorn right there. That's the good stuff. They do an amazing. We've got some Australian. This is a tomahawk that they do. And we'll just read it here. This is that's Australian Wagyu, so good stuff out here, man. But they also hand roll. They make and hand roll all of their pasta on site, and we tasted some of that earlier. I'm telling you, amazing. They also do half portions, so not a lot of restaurants will make that available. They will make you half portions. Happy hour, they do quarter portions of the pasta at the bar between, I think, like $6 and $7. So he says happy hour has just been nuts down here. They've been doing 500 covers on the weekends, and just it's been good. It's good. A really, really good reaction to this place. Incredible selection of Italian wines. If you like a little wine with your dinner, they got you covered there. Really good cocktails at the bar as well. But they were nice enough to let us get here early to promote the Foodie and Friends live stream that Katie Stone and I do, which you can see tomorrow at 3 o'clock. It's every Wednesday at 3 o'clock. It's a 30-minute show. It gives us a chance to do a deeper dive with restaurants and the owners and the chefs, look at the dishes, talk about the ingredients, talk about why that's on the menu, you know, what they're trying to accomplish. You know, because for a lot of these restaurants that make up this incredible, diverse, you know, Houston culinary ecosystem, you know, you've got a lot of passionate people here that are really, really trying to produce something on a plate for a diner that's next level. And it doesn't have to be fancy. I mean, it could be a taco truck. There are people that, you know, they're creating these little teeny tiny works of art, and they might be little street tacos, but you know, most of the chefs that we come into contact, I will tell you, you know, respect the fact that they're part of and are thankful for the fact that they're part of one of the best food scenes in the country, and it's right here in Houston, Nate.
Ruben, I want to go back on something that you said. You and Katie Stone host a 30-minute show called Foodie and Friends.
That's it, yeah. Foodies and Friends every Wednesday at 3 o'clock. Now, if you go to the Fox 26 Houston Facebook page and you like it, you'll get an alert. They'll tell you when we're about to go live. If you miss it, you can go to the Fox 26 Houston YouTube anytime. Just scroll down, find Foodies and Friends. Every one of the episodes, and we started in February, are up there. And you may just discover your brand new favorite restaurant.
And this is every Wednesday at 3 o'clock on Facebook Live.
Every Wednesday at 3 o'clock, Nate. Set your clock.
Got it. Did y'all hear that? My man Ruben hosting the show, he and Katie Stone, Foodie and Friends, and that's 3 o'clock every Wednesday on Facebook Live. Please tune in. That's my friend. All right. Ruben, thank you, man. All right, very good. All right, let's go to Backstage Dave now. Backstage, you're finally back in town, but before we do that, I have to say hello to some people and also let y'all know. Get up. I can't pull you over here.
Oh, Lord, what?
This is my friend Rhoda. So, Rhoda, you can't read this, but I want you to say hello to these people for me. Say hello to George.
Hello, George.
Say hello to Carmen.
Hello, Carmen.
You have to say it louder, Rhoda. Okay. Say hello to Shadon.
Hello, Shadon.
Say hello to Reginald. Hurry.
Hello, Reginald.
Say hello to George.
Hello, George.
Say hello to Diamond.
Hello, Diamond.
Say hello to Crisp.
Hello, Chris.
All right, we got to go. Hang on, stay right there. Okay, all right, Backstage Dave. Backstage, it's to you, my man.
Oh my gosh! Tell her, give her a big hug for me.
I will.
I have not seen Rhoda in so long.
I'm giving her a big hug right now. Here's the hug.
Oh, Rhoda, tell her, Dave.
Hey,
tell her
Dave.
her love.
Dave said hello. He's
love.
giving you a lot of love right now.
Dave.
Oh, I love Rhoda. Oh my gosh, that's so awesome. That was my little present this morning. I absolutely love that. Thank you, Nate.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, lots going on, and I'll just break it down to you. This morning we talked with Max Greenfield and Betsy Brandt. A little pushed on time, so I'll explain what we were talking about this morning.
Yep.
Movie called The Valet. So this story is about Max and Betsy. What are we doing? Okay. Max and Betsy play husband and wife. Max is having an affair with a big actress. Okay, they get caught together in a photo, but also in the photo is the guy that's valeting the cars, and that happens to be Eugenio Derbez. So to make the scandal try to go away, what they do is they pair Eugenio with the famous actress and try to get Max Greenfield's character out of it. That's why I asked Max Greenfield this morning if his character is the bad guy. And of course, he had a funny answer on that one. Tomorrow morning, though, we're going to talk with Eugenio Derbez, who actually has been working on this film for many, many years. It's actually a remake of a French film made back in 2006. And it's full of heart. Even though it's scandalous in nature, it is full of heart. And it's about friendships and relationships and how you need to protect those and respect those that are involved in those relationships. So, yeah, tomorrow morning we're talking with Eugenio Derbez. And the movie itself premieres on Hulu this Friday. It's a lot of fun if you want to check it out. Now, I need to follow up on something, Nate, because, yesterday I had to leave because I had to talk to Robert De Niro.
Yep.
Let me just tell you, he was awesome. And the big news that came out of that is, I don't get nervous at these interviews. I've been in media for many, many years, but it's the legends like Robert De Niro that kind of make you nervous. So for many years, that was about the fourth or fifth time I've talked to Robert De Niro. And I never knew whether to call him Robert De Niro, Rob. Do I call him Mr. De Niro? And I noticed that a lot of people call him Bob. And I'm like, I wonder when I graduate to the Bob status with him. Well, guess what? Yesterday I asked, and he said, you know what, Dave? We've talked many times. Call me Bob. So now I am officially in the Call Robert De Niro Bob Club. And I'm very excited about that. You see that interview, what we were talking about yesterday. Can't really tell you what it's for, but we'll be talking about it in the next week and a half. Everything's under embargo till June 1st. But yeah, anyway, so I was pretty excited about that. I can now call Robert De Niro Bob De Niro.
Wow,
It's
man.
big.
That is big. That is big. That is huge. That is huge, man. Congratulations, Dave. You stepped up a notch.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank
No
you.
doubt about it. All right, man. All right, it's time to go. I got a lot of folk to pay homage to this morning because they keep us on the air. But this one's kind of special now. I'm going to be gone for about 2 weeks, okay? I'll tell you why in a minute. But first, let's talk about the folks. Jose, thank you very much, Jose Grignon. Ruben, don't forget to tune into his show. Backstage Dave. And then there's Daniela Cinderella, the very stylish Janae, Lisa, Rhoda, big personality Shanette, Barbie Doll Barbie, Carolina Lena Sanchez, Jessica the Great Berman, our news director Susan Schiller. Her daughter Elena is getting set to do a 4-year residency at Stanford. She will be a bona fide doctor when she is done. And Susan is probably looking for money. Okay, producer Mark Coleman left his oatmeal at home. The Grambling grad, the Lion Kevin Collins, Rico Jumping Jack Jones, Dan the Handyman, the Chef John Butler, Johnny Big Toe Rodriguez. Bradley is a king. He has a kingdom of cheetahs. The mayor, Dave Lanier, Texas Tech Grandpa Mark Jenner, Alex What's Up Supco, Ole Miss Maggie, Chris Lambo Lamborghini, John Bill Street Chastain. My daughter's graduating from Pepperdine on Friday. I will be out there and I will be broke when I get back. So y'all take care. Have a great 2 weeks and maybe I'll see you when I get back. Take care. Have a good one.